base coach. "19 of the top 25 ranked 11 and under teams in the country are here in this tournament. These would be 2 of them." A wise man once said, "To be the best, you got to beat the best." And I think the Nature Boy would agree. This is the best. Right here, you're going to find an 11U. Fastball drilled and snapped by Lipscomb. And Lipscomb's going to turn too. Lipscomb flips it to Olason. And just like that, they've got 2 outs. Hamovitz hammers one to the shortstop, but climbing the ladder is LaVictor Lipscomb, who had a big 2-run bomb in the first inning, and right now has put his team in a situation where they can get out of trouble. So they'll retire Knightley, and Hamovitz will be the first out. Knightley will be the second out. There's 2 outs now. Runners on the corners for Conacher Sands, the center fielder, or the first baseman. Center fielder, first baseman, whatever. You get a little confused when their number is a single digit. He's number 8, which would put him in center field if his number matched his position, which it doesn't. He's the first baseman. First pitch to him misses in the dirt. They're going to come home, play at the plate. Or no play at the plate. So on the pass ball wild pitch situation, Cooper Benson scores the second run of the game for the California squad and has got them back to within 1. Brooks Leal advanced to second. So runner at second, 2 outs for Conacher Sands. Sands ahead in the count 1-0. That miss. So 2-0 now. Beautiful sunshiny day. Canucks got her a fresh haircut. She went up to Canada to do some lacrosse since we last saw you. It's just a big old stinky, nasty, steamy 12-6 curveball he's got there. That one didn't break off as hard as he wanted to, but it did the job. And it's 2-1. I like the big I called it the over-the-barrel when I was a kid, the over-the-barrel curveball. And Latchford's got a good one. Comes back with a fastball. That's going to be ripped and out of the reach of Lipscomb, which not much is out of the reach of Lipscomb. And just in case anyone was wondering, Justice Thompson from center field says, in case you guys might want to run on me later, let me go ahead and just put one right on the money. As he throws the strike home. Brooks Lee was standing on third base with no interest in going home, but now he's glad he didn't. So Sands, with a 2-out single, puts runners on the corners for the right fielder, Alejandro Murillo. Big open stance. Fastball swing and a miss. Thompson, Justice Thompson, cutoff man. We don't need no stinking cutoff man. Oh, 1 pitch. Another good fastball. Had a little bit of movement on it. And out of the reach of Murillo. So 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. That fastball's going to be hitting the gap for another one. That'll tie it up. Up with it quickly and in is Burgess. And he'll hold the runner at second, but Alejandro gets an RBI single, and just like that, we're tied up. 3-3, so some good 2-out hitting here as Brooks Lee scores. And California and Florida are all knotted up. Sands moves to second, and that puts Murillo at first. For Hunter Bryan, the pitcher, Bryan with a chance to give himself the lead. Latchford stretch, fires chopper, third base, foul. Oh, Justin Wallace almost snagged that one with the bare hand. Breeze picking up now. Wonder if LaVictor Lipscomb's standing at shortstop watching that flag blow dead out of left field going, ha-ha, let's hit again. There's that big curveball. It just misses. Three your score. 2 outs, bottom first. And see, that's a little tighter breaking pitch. Maybe I don't know if it's a slider, if it's that same curveball that he holds on for a little bit longer. Either way, it misses out of the zone. Two on, 2 out, 3 in. Misses high with a fastball. That's a 3-ball count. 3-0, 3-1. 3-1. Runners lead, and again, they can steal whenever they want to. We play real baseball here at Travel Ball, as evidenced by the pickoff move. You won't see a pickoff move at some levels with this age group, but you will here. Three-one offering, just misses inside, and with 2 outs, California has loaded the bags. Move Sands to third. Alejandro goes to second, and Hunter Bryan stands at first. And a chance to bust this one open for Travis Welker. The word on Welker is if he gets on, batten down the hatches. That's a good fastball for strike one. Apparently, if he gets on base, it's a triple. A walk's as good as a triple. And he looks to do a little bit of damage here and give his team the lead for the first time today with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Nice stop by Matt Allen. And he keeps Conacher Sands where he stands at third base. Bryan at first, Murillo at second, Sands at third. Travis Welker, the 9th batter of the inning, at the plate. Chase Latchford from the stretch. Fastball drilled straight away center field. Thompson over and reels it in. Justice Thompson just seems like an athlete. He just kind of glided over there, stuck his glove up, and pulled in the third out of the inning. So a very eventful first inning comes to a close as the Titans get 3 back. 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors. And 3 left on. We go to the top half of the second inning from the Travel Ball Select, or the Travel Ball National Championship, brought to you by TravelBallSelect.com. Florida 3, California 3. Hunter Bryan, as we're all tied up 3-3 from the Travel Ball National Championships, and the first offering is grounded foul for strike one. My name is Casey Bass. If you're just now getting with us, we had a little bit of problem with our feed, but we've got it up now. If you missed that first inning, It'll be up later on the, we did the first inning, we taped it. So you'll be able to go back and watch it, as you'll be able to watch all 5 of today's games here on this field. 0-1 pitch almost takes Hunter Bryant's head off. Poked right back up the middle, and look at that. Holy shnikes. Cooper Benson. Cooper Benson. Cooper Benson in center field. Just comes up with it, and by a step is Chase Latchford safe at first base. We almost had that world-renowned 8-3 putout at first base. That's the single most exciting single up the middle you'll ever see. Somebody told Latchford he's on TV. So 1 on, nobody out for Justice Thompson, and Thompson's going to take one up the middle. You better get to second in a hurry. I got a feeling Benson can throw you out from his knees. So 2 singles up the middle, puts Latchford at second and Thompson at first, and both of these teams can hit, son. We're seeing some good pitchers. They are just putting bat to ball repeatedly. Cal Kramer, the right fielder now, with runners on first and second. 3-3 the score here, top of the second inning. Brian on first. I'm sorry, Brian from the stretch. I was just thinking that he's been in the stretch almost all day, and it seems like we've been playing for a while, but we're only in the second inning, as he misses high and inside for ball 1. Mitch Green and the crew from Travel Ball Select has brought the Travel Ball National Championships here to the mecca of youth baseball on the East Coast. There's a bunt, and a good one is laid down, and they may get nobody, and they did get nobody. Bunt single for Kyle Kramer, and we're just seeing baseball played right now. Bases loaded, infield single. And we go back to the top of the lineup, and Colton Alasson, who singled and scored in the first. If you've never been to East Cobb baseball, then you're missing out. If you like youth baseball, you can really just come up here any Saturday and watch a good tournament. But this is where it is. Gary Baldwin has built a powerhouse here, and the facilities are second to none. But Mitch and his crew have brought this tournament here, and the facilities are immaculate. First pitch, nice stop, Brooks Lee. Lee saves a run. 3-3 your score. Bases full of bullets, nobody out. California and Florida in our first of 5 games today. Stretch, kick, fire, woo! And another line into a double play, almost a triple play. Ethan Cloyd, right place, right time, almost killed him. Floyd gloves it, steps on the bag, retires Latchford and Olason. Olason couldn't hit it any harder. Sebastian Burgess now with 2 outs. Goodness me gracious. Couldn't hit it any harder. Timeout, we're going to talk it over. So first and second with 2 outs now. You want to talk about a change of events. They even got the lead runner. 5 unassisted he goes. We'll catch our book up while we have this break. Thompson and Kramer on. Burgess flied out to the right fielder in the first inning. And here he'll try to get something across with 2 outs. Ethan Cloyd just gloved a missile at third base and then stepped on the bag for outs 1 and 2. Strike on the outside corner with a fastball for Hunter Bryan. Bryan's got to be taking a big, deep breath out there right now. The vast chasm of difference between bases loaded and nobody out and first and second and 2 outs cannot be understood by a non-pitcher. Runners are going to go high inside, good pitch to throw on, but they are not going to get Justice Thompson. As Thompson beats the throw and Kramer takes second. So double steal, second and third, base open here, but they don't want to see Victor Lipscomb with the bases loaded. Lipscomb on the on-deck circle. Busted one out of here about 250 in the first inning. Fastball chopped up the middle. Waiting on it is Lawrence. Lawrence gloves, fires, nice stretch, Conacher Sands, and they get out of the inning. So, nice job out of the California team. Bases loaded, nobody out. But they get out of a jam. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning, still tied, 3-3. Bottom half of the second inning, all tied up at 3, California and Florida at the Travel Ball National Championship from East Cobb Baseball, presented by TravelBallSelect.com. Trace Latchford's going to toe the rubber, and Brandon Lawrence, the shortstop, will swing and miss at strike 1. Talk about dodging a bullet. Bases loaded, nobody out, and 2 good defensive plays gets them out of it. Off-speed pitch, swinging a strike. Action over here in the bullpen for the Titans. Oh, nice curveball. Low in the zone, but a good 0-2 pitch. Let's see what we got over there. I think it's Cooper Benson warming up. Benson's their ace. Latchford's 1-2, fastball in the dirt. Gets through the 5-hole of Matt Allen, but no harm, no foul, nobody on. As this is the first batter of the bottom half of the second. We've seen a lot of action so far, only have played an inning and a half. Every inning that wind picks up blown out of left field. Curveball hits him in the noodle. We'll check on him and make sure that he's okay. Brandon Lawrence is going to go to first. So Latchford can't be happy. Number one, you don't like to hit anybody, especially in the head, but when you get ahead 0-2, you certainly don't want to pop anybody. Latchford should get a runner here. Lawrence, shortstop. He's going to go in. They're going to check him out. Let's see if he comes out to run for himself. I'm going to give him a little cold rag for the back of his noggin and a sip of water, and I got a feeling he's going to step out there and steal second base. And that's what happens. I had a chance to go 4 years ago to the Rawlings plant in St. Louis, Missouri, where they make the baseballs, and watch how they test batting helmets. And I felt a lot better about the safety these kids have now, as this one's going to be cued off right side. Having trouble with it, but picking it up in time is Latchford. And he's going to get Ethan Cloyd. 1-3. That'll move Lawrence up to second. It's like a pitching machine, but it's, really small, like narrow little box. And they take the helmet and they put it in clamps and they shoot 115 mile per hour fastballs at it all day long until it breaks. And generally it takes more than 1 day for it to break, and they're shooting 3 balls at it a minute. As strike one catches the outside corner on Cooper Benson. Benson, who will throw you out from the parking lot. So seeing something like that makes you feel a lot better about your kid getting fastballs thrown at his head. Although there's nothing good about getting hit in the head with a baseball. The safety that these companies go through when getting these helmets, and I'm guessing for every helmet company, they're using basically the same process. They go to great lengths to make sure that the product is safe. I stood there and watched that thing throw fastballs at that helmet for a good little while. It was fascinating. The sound it made when it hit it was make your skin crawl, though. Outside corner. Ish. That's a strike on the outside corner. Ish. That's the corner, whether it's the inside corner or the outside corner. That umpire likes his left side. He must be left eye dominant. Two-strike pitch popped up left side. Going back for it is Wallace giving chase, and he's unable to get there. That one's going to fall between Burgess and Wallace and out of play. Three bottom of the second. 1 out. Runner at second for Cooper Benson. Benson walked and scored. He scored on a pass ball in the first inning. And he's going to advance the runner if nothing else as he chops this one over to second. Nice play by Olassen coming up with it. And if nothing else, it gets Brandon Lawrence to third base. So 2 quick ground ball outs brings Cole Knightley up. Knightley singled in the first, but then he was the second out of the inning on that laser to LaVictor Lipscomb where he caught it and then flipped it to Olassen for the second out. We've had 2 line drive double plays here in the first 10 outs of this game. Nice stop again, Matt Allen. We're seeing some good work behind the dish. Both of these catchers doing a fantastic job. Seems like they start the inning with a runner at third base, so they're just constantly on guard. And Matty Allen doing a great job there. Out fastballs on that same corner. Takes the count to 1-1. Diaz almost on the grass at first and all the way around the infield. Same story until you get to Wallace, who plays even with the bag at third. Off-speed pitch chopped. Wallace over with it. Up. Throws across his body. Good play. Justin Wallace putting on a clinic at third base. So 5-3, 3 ground ball outs. Everybody in the infield gets a piece. And we go to the top half of the third inning, all tied up at 3-3 from the Travel Ball National Championship. Cooper Benson's going to take over on the mound. And Brian Hunter is going to go to center field. No. Brian Hunter plays for the other team. No, that's right. Brian Hunter. So Brian Hunter in center, Benson on the mound. The big lefty. He's got a big old nasty old school windup. And he gets a fastball strike on the outside corner as LeVictor Limpscomb is in there. And he entered today's broadcast with a splash. He took a fastball that was up around the flag and chopped it out of here about 250 to give his team a 2-run lead. He fights that one off at the plate. When I tell you he climbed the ladder with that fastball, it was up around the bill of his batting helmet, if not higher, and LeVictor pounded it out of here. He's got an interesting arm angle. He's got this big windup, and for a right-handed batter, it's all taking place behind him because he's working from the left side of, well, it's his right side of the rubber. And then his arm angle brings it down almost side fire where his elbow is, but then I can't even really understand how he's doing it. The ball comes through, but it's not a high release, it's a lower release. And either way, he gets Lipscomb for the first out of the inning. He's seen one and struck out one. Bryce Fisher, who struck out in the first, will stand here with nobody on. 3-3 the score. So an eventful first inning, and everything has kind of settled down hereafter. Fastball fouled off right side, 0-1. It's our second day in 2 weeks doing this particular broadcast on this field, and we have been very fortunate with the weather both days. And as hot as it's been here in the state of Georgia, we really have been fortunate with the weather, period. Fastball popped up and out of play, 0-2. I have a couple of friends, you know them, that I used to work with. They got married and moved off to West Virginia because I guess that's just what you do. You get married, move to West Virginia. They've been without power now. Today is the 10th day they've been without power. They had the heat wave, and then that hurricane came up the east coast and popped them. And just yesterday did they see the first power truck. They've been eating military rations for a week. The 0-2 pitch just misses the outside corner. Like a nice little change up there. 10 days without power, could you imagine? That's rough. I mean, I've lived 10 days without power before, but I did it on purpose. Another one popped up. They've yet to make solid contact, as they can't figure out Cooper Benson here in his first inning. I guess the good news is they are up there. They work in an outdoor environment, so they're probably have all the gear they need to cook with gas and stuff. But at some point, you just run out of stuff. 2-2 the count now. Or is it full? 2-2. Benson winds, kicks, fires, fouled off. And back to him. Nice play. Trying to check around the infield here and see if there are any more defensive changes. Fastball misses the outside corner and runs the count full. I call it a fastball. He's got kind of a cutter action for the lefty. It's running away from that right-handed batter. But he's kind of, both of the pitches he's thrown there have started on the outside corner and tailed off. If he gets where he can start that inside the black, that's going to be a good strikeout pitch for him. Or he can just climb the ladder with the heater and get Fisher for the second time. So 2 outs, 2 Ks, Cameron Diaz. Diaz singled and scored in the first. Diaz has had a nice day over at first base, a lot of action. Nobody on, 2 out for the big lefty. Now we're ready. Wine cake fired, fouled off. Hard throwing lefties at this age are tough to figure because you don't see so many of them. Even for these kids who play so much baseball. He's got this big deliberate wind-up, almost Warren Spahnish. Hides the baseball really good until it just pops out from behind his elbow. And then you got to make a decision. Fastball inside corner fought off. Just in case you were wondering, this is a matchup of the number 6 and number 9 team in the country. The Bullets from Tampa, number 6 team in the country. The Titans from Santa Ynez, California. I'm guessing it's Inez, maybe. California at number 9. They just finished second in the California State Championships. Fastball drilled, straightaway center. Heads up, Canuck gonna hit the camera. Home run, straightaway center. Dead at our Canadian, beautiful Canadian camerawoman. And nobody's been able to make solid contact until Cameron Diaz just pounds one. Straightaway center field. And the 17-year-olds behind us are chanting, throw it back. Cameron Diaz with a big fly. And gives his team a 4-3 lead there with 2 outs. So, how about that? Cooper Benson coming in and it's just shutting them down, lights out. And Cameron Diaz puts a charge in one and gives his team a lead. Mashed. That's going to bring up Justin Wallace. Wallace, who's had a great day at third base, takes ball 1 high. Wallace singled in the first, was stranded at second. And they'll take ball 2 on the outside corner. Two-0 fought back. And it's 2-1. That's the first ball that the concession stand office area hub has taken today. Last week I was concerned that we were going to have to reshingle that roof. And it's still early today. I also don't want to jinx us, but I haven't seen any ants up here yet. We got visited by the ants last week. They didn't bite us or anything. They were just hanging out. They like baseball too. Three-one count now. I get crickets for the ants comment. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Justin Wallace would disagree. But I got to count it full. Nobody on, 2 out, 1 in on a Cameron Diaz. Big fly. And I mean big fly. Big old high towering home run. And he loses him. So nice at bat for Justin Wallace. He thought he walked on the last one. He definitely walked on this one, and that'll bring up Matt Allen. Matt grounded out to Lawrence at shortstop in his first at bat. Cooper Benson came in and was overpowering to the first two batters, struck them out, gives up the home run, and now he has lost Justin Wallace on 4 balls. And he'll have to face Matt Allen. Matt, who has had some kind of great day behind the dish. He'll dig in and look to add to the 4-3 lead. Almost get plunked. Home plate umpire likes it inside. He doesn't like it that far inside. Outfield plays deep and straight away. Infield up the middle on the cut of the grass. In at the corners. Or what I would call normal depth of the corners, even with the bag holding him on at first. The lefty kicks, fires, fought off. Very excited. We've got a 17-year-old Wood bat game about to start behind us. So in between innings, I get to watch the big boys play with Wood, and then I get to watch the best 11-year-olds in the country. In front of me, I'm surrounded by outstanding baseball today. Speaking of outstanding, that breaking pitch drops in there for a strike. I got to count it 1-2, or is it 2-2? 1-2. Well, I've been right every time. That is very much unlike me. I heard that. A peanut gallery. Now it's 2-2. Another good stop back there, Brooks Lee. These two catchers, man, really impressive. The wind has taken my paper. 2-2 offering. Fastball again fought off. We're going to run out of baseballs on this field. Thank you, Mr. Reeves. They have been making Benson work. He's gone deep to 3 batters. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. And he'll try again 2-2. Cooper Benson doesn't get in a hurry. And Matt Allen doesn't either. So now we'll try a 2-2 offering. Nope, we'll throw over. It almost seems like Benson can't make up his mind here, or he's not comfortable with whatever's been called. It's interesting that the flag is showing that it's blowing out of left field, but it feels like it's blowing dead in our face here in center. Either way, it's blowing out. And a 2-2 pitch misses inside, and the count will go full. Benson struck out the first 2 batters he faced. Then he gave up the big home run. Then he walked a guy, and now he's got a full count here. 4-3 the score. Florida leads. Fastball hammered up the middle and out of the reach of a diving Lawrence. It's going to be scooped up by Brian Hunter, and he'll hold him right there at second. But a full count, 2 out. Single for Matt Allen. Puts a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Chase Latchford. Latchford singled, advanced all the way to third base, and fell victim to that line out that Ethan Cloyd reeled in and then stepped on the bag. He was the guy at third when Ethan Cloyd reeled in that missile. Fastball drilled, second base, pulled in by Welker, and that'll do it. So no more harm, but a big, big home run out of Cameron Diaz gives Florida a 4-3 lead as we go to the bottom half of the third inning from the Travel Ball National Championship. First pitch is drilled high and deep to the wall and off of the wall. They snuck up on us. Nice job by Thompson. Justice Thompson covers some ground, and he'll hold Brooks Lee to the world's longest single. Brooks Lee misses a home run by 3 feet, and he gets a single, and he's going to get a nice rest. Let's see if we can get a number on the runner. Checking in, courtesy runner, is Isaac Thomas. Isaac Thomas going to check in and run, and they will immediately get him dirty. Latchford still on the mound for the Bullets. That's the team from Florida. California trails 4-3 here. And they have taken a hit in the baseball, which they did in the first inning a lot. That was fouled off. Give me a count there, Reevesy. He just guessed, 0-1. You don't know. First pitch, 0-1. Gavin Hamovitz at the plate. Hamovitz singled in the first inning. Latchford stretches, curveball in the dirt, gets away from Allen, and down to second base goes Thomas. So 1-1 now. Steady breeze out of left. Game would be 4-4 if he would have caught that breeze out of center we had in the last half of the inning. Here's another half fly ball. Justice Thompson comes on and is able to make a nice sliding grab. Told you that kid was a player. Justice Thomas. It was almost like he misjudged it. But then again, I played ball with a guy named Adam Willoughby who would always accidentally misjudge fly balls in center field and have to dive for them. So Thomas with a nice diving play for the first out of the inning. Sliding play. Thomas stands at second. Conager Sands, who singled in the first, Just about everybody singled in the first. At the plate, and he's going to pop one up and out of play. Five hits in the first inning for California. The number 6 team in the nation, the number 9 team in the nation. 19 of the top 25 11U teams in the country are here. Curveball and a good one. Puts 2 strikes on Sands. 19 of 25, you got to wonder what the other 6 are thinking right now. Like my dad says, should have bought that Apple stock. Got another good off-speed pitch, fouled off at the plate. Chase Latchford. Latchford had a rough first inning, really rough, simply because he threw a fastball at the top of the backstop that landed 250 feet away from him. As Lipscomb climbed the ladder and pounded it out of here. Other than that, he's looked good. And the pitch that he's missed the strike zone with the farthest is the one that got hit out of here. The runner at second is Isaac Thomas. He's in running for Brooks Lee, the catcher. Ooh, there's that curveball again, and that call's been there all day, but that one started too far inside. And it just missed. So 2-2 now from the stretch, 1 out. Tying run in scoring position. We are in the 3rd inning. Fought off again. Good at bat for Sands. Pitchers go on innings here, not pitches. Just how we always did it. He's just been throwing him hook after hook after hook after hook after hook, and Sands just keeps fighting him off. He's gutsy, man. He starts that curveball off at his shoulder, throwing it right at him. And then Sands, on the other hand, is also gutsy. He just keeps staying in there on it. Nice little battle here developing. Travel Ball National Championship from East Cobb Baseball, presented by TravelBallSelect.com. Fastball in the dirt, misses. That one gets under Matt Allen's glove and is going to push Mr. Thomas around to third base. So Matty Allen, who's done such a great job behind the plate, unable to reel that one in. Thomas will lead from third. They won't hold him. Another curveball, another foul off. It's kind of that bat they write folk songs about. Something good has happened in the 17-year-old game behind us. A run has scored. Congratulations. Team from South Florida playing behind us. And in front of us, in fact. So we'll try again. Another curveball, this one too far inside for ball 4. So a well-deserved walk for Conacher Sands. Puts runners at the corners for Alejandro Murillo. 1 out now. 4-3 Florida leads. So a new set of signs for Matt Allen. We'll figure out what we want to do on the old steal from first, go home from third situation. These aren't really running teams as we've seen so far. They're just beat on the baseball teams. So I'll be interested to see if they put some sort of play on here. And they won't. Murillo, the left fielder, or the right fielder, excuse me. He singled in a run in the first. Fastball right at the third baseman. 5-4. Almost a beautiful double play. The tying run is going to come home to score. Justin Wallace did everything he could do to keep it from being so, but give another RBI to Alejandro Murillo, and he'll stand at first base. The second out of the inning goes to Conacher Sands, and he goes 5-4. Brooks Lee's going to come in to score, which wasn't Brooks Lee. It was Isaiah Thomas. Isaac Thomas. You can understand where I would make that mistake. Isaac Thomas, not Isaiah Thomas. Throw over, not in time. And 4-4 is the score. Were you laughing at the Isaiah Thomas thing? Amy's feed is like 8 seconds. She's sitting next to me, but apparently she's hearing what I say 8 seconds after I say it. So the delayed laugh kind of threw me off. Two outs now, runner at first. Hunter Bryan is the batter. Pop fly right side, going over for it is Kramer, and it's going to fall in time, or in play, and getting to the bag in time is Bryan with a little bloop single. That's his second hit of the day. So a chance for some more two-out damage for California. The double deuce, Alejandro stands at second. Hunter Bryan stands at first. Fastball drilled straight ahead at Justice. Justice is going to come out and try to throw him out at first. That's going to work at some point today. And when it does, I may flip this table over. A pair of cannons in center field, folks. Solid single for Travis Welker that almost wasn't. It's Justice Thomas. We got a pair of outfielders or center fielders with cannons. One of them's pitching now for California, but Justice Thomas on two different occasions now has shown off that arm. Base is full. Two outs, curveball misses high. Brandon Lawrence, who singled to start off the second inning, bats here with a chance to do some damage. Up and down the lineup, California can hit. And we'll take a break real quick. See if they make a change. Doesn't look like it. Some words of encouragement, maybe a little strategery. Latchford's pitched a good game, just gotten into a little bit of trouble here. That really, I think you can give a lot of credit here to Conacher Sands, who had that outstanding 49 pitch at bat to get a walk and get all this started. There's that curveball again, and it just must look so appealing to these batters. They just keep offering it in there and fouling it off. Of course, this really worked out good for Latchford because he likes to throw that thing about 3 inches on the inside on the inside of the batter's box, really, off the plate, and that's where this umpire likes to call strikes, which is forcing them to swing at that pitch. They'll set up outside now, and he'll hit the target with a fastball. So whatever was said in the meeting on the mound worked because he's made 2 really good pitches here, and he's got a 2-strike count. trying to minimize the damage. Fastball grounded through the hole past the diving Olason, but they're going to throw him out at first. I love it. Kyle Kramer with the old 9-3 saves a run. I don't want to do the math. We're just going to say 1 run on 1, 2, 3 hits. And they left all of them out there. 3 left on. 4-4 the scores. We go to the top of the 4th. We got a great game here. Don't go anywhere. We start the 4th inning, all tied up 4-4 from the Travel Ball National Championship presented by TravelBallSelect.com from right here at beautiful East Cobb Baseball. 4-4 the score for Justice Thompson. Thompson has singled, stolen a base, and was stranded on third base earlier. Cooper Benson is going to stay out there for California. The big lefty who gave up a run last inning on a monster bomb out of Cameron Diaz got into a little bit of trouble, but was able to get out of the inning, giving up only the solo home run. Looks to go back to work here with the bottom of the lineup and Justice Thompson. He's going to start him off with a fastball that just misses on the inside corner for ball 1. Playing deep, deep, deep at shortstop. Jason Reeves is literally having a conniption right now as a team walks up in the old Astros uniforms. I wonder if that's East Cobb Astros. I need you to put the binoculars on the batter and not on the old Astros uniforms, buddy. It's going to be okay. You're going to make it. They're so ugly, they're awesome. It's basically what happens with the old Astros uniforms. And these are the white ones, which were actually the really good ones. But the old Astros uniforms and the old Expos uniforms were so bad they were good. The Padres uniforms were so bad that they were bad. But the Expos and the Astros old school uniforms are great. Nasty little slider splitter thing there misses for ball 4. And the speedy Thompson's on first base with nobody out. Kyle Kramer, who also singled and scored last inning, will come up and look to do some damage. Decent lead at first. We may see what the lefty's got for a pickoff move right here. Last week we had a game. We had 6 guys picked off in 6 innings by one team. Fastball catches the top of the strike zone. It's 0-1. They picked off 6 guys. They picked off 1 an inning. One misses outside. Kind of looked like an old pitch out. 1-1 now to Kramer. Straight away and relatively deep in the outfield. Same on the infield. Brooks Lee is just itching to throw one back there. He's just itching to cut one loose. Great catcher play out of both of these guys today. The bullpen's going to get busy again for the Titans. Squad from California. Looks like Sheedy going to get up. Runner does go. Throw not there. Ended up being better than it started off. But Justice Thompson, who can run as well as throw, will take second base. I got a 3-1 count now. On Kyle Kramer. Fastball inside corner just misses. Is that a full count there, Sherry Lynn? About 1,000 today, man. Nothing. Y'all been doing this with me a long time. I got nothing. I mean, that's 4 innings without a count error for me. Oh, they've picked him off. He may be in there, and he is. Some indecision. Justice Thompson gets caught between second and third, but ends up there anyway. Some indecision out of Benson. He does the right thing and runs at the runner, but then he throws it a little bit late. And the best thing that Justice Thompson did was once he got picked, he just went. So Justice Thompson is stealing everything here today. Still nobody out. Kramer with a full count, runner at third. A little bit more pressure on Lee behind the dish. Fastball, high fly ball into center field. Going back for it is Lawrence. He will struggle with the sun but pull it in. Now they'll throw behind the runner into the dugout and he'll get to go home. So getting a little bit greedy as Lawrence makes a bad throw. And Justice Thompson, who singled, stole second, did a little dance to get to third, and goes home on a wild throw. So E6 takes him home. Kramer is the first out of the inning, and we go back to the top of the lineup, and Colton Olason. Olason singled and scored in the first. 5-4, Florida leads. Benson takes a little bit too long, and Olason steps out. Big deliberate wind up. Little swerve, just misses low. And it's 1-0. Caden Sheedy for this California squad. Righty getting ready in the bullpen. There's a fastball for a strike, 1-1. Florida in the gold, California in the orange. Stoppage in play for some sort of situation. Like a ball got loose in the bullpen. And now we're ready. Still nobody out, or still one out, excuse me. Top 4. 1-1 pitch, catches the inside corner. And Benson's ahead 1-2. Burgess on deck, Lipscomb in the hole. Lipscomb with the big 2-out, big fly in the first inning. Looking his chops wanting to get in there against the lefty. It'll be his second opportunity against Benson. Benson got the best of him in the last inning. Change up, misses high and away, counts full. They play Olason back everywhere. Cloyd now is going to come in even with the bag at third. Here's one driven high and deep and out of here to left center field. Whoo! They told us that the leadoff man, Colton Olason, had some pop in his stick. They didn't tell us that much. Olason hits it halfway up the pine trees in left center field and gives his team a 6-5 lead. And they play him off with a little welcome to Atlanta. So 2 runs scored now for Olason and a big fly. No doubter. No doubter. I'm sitting here thinking they're playing your back. You're playing your leadoff batter back. Why don't you take a shot with laying one down? I know now. He just hit one 270. Fastball in the dirt. Ball 1 to Sebastian Burgess. Burgess has flied out, grounded out. Six to 4 now, Florida leads. Benson Wines fires grounder in the hole past a diving Welker. You better get there in a hurry. And he beats it out, does Burgess. And a runner on now for LaVictor Lipscomb. Lipscomb homered in the first. Struck out in the third. Still nobody out. Tape measure shot. The search party is out there now. We can see them down there looking for it. Here's another one. High and deep and out of here in a hurry. Laser shot. Second home run of the day for LaVictor Lipscomb, and that's a no-doubter. Just an absolute laser shot. That ball's out of here before he could get out of the batter's box, and he wasn't posing. LaVictor Lipscomb, he's 2 for 3 now with 4 RBIs and 2 home runs. Have a day, sir. It hit the batting cage, through the trees. That ball gets through the trees and off the batting cage. That's a 300-foot home run for an 11-year-old. LSU scout kind of made his way over here to see that one. He's watching the 17-year-olds play the Woodbat tournament behind us. He just kind of cruised behind us and saw those 2 homers go out of here. Might have changed his mind about which games to watch. So we're going to have a pitching change here. It's like Caden Sheely's going to come, or Sheedy's going to come in. Wow, those are just, I've seen 4 home runs, man, and none of them have been cheated. And the first one Lipscomb had, he hit over his head. Now we see what happens if he gets one in his wheelhouse and gets to extend his arms. He hits it through the pine trees, off the batting cage, which is the very top of the hill here in center field. Like you see the high wall on your screen, it goes up higher than that. And there's a batting cage before you get to the big boys field back here. Hits the batting cage. 300-foot job. I don't know what that big colorful bus is, but I want to go play on it. Is that like a snow cone situation?
Yes.
Nice. That is the coolest looking snowmobile. We'll call it the snowmobile. That's the coolest snowmobile ever. Look at that thing. They do a great job here at Travel Ball Select. You know, these parents travel all over the country with these boys. Their weekends and weeks are just consumed with ballpark hot dogs and stale popcorn, and they do a really good job here at Travel Ball Select of bringing in different vendors so you can get something different to eat. Now, the guys here at East Cobb, their concessions are just phenomenal. Hamburgers, hot dogs, really good chicken fingers. Had a great cheeseburger last week when we were here. But Mitch Green and his staff, they understand, you know, as they're running that Travel Ball Select website, and they understand all the different things that go into travel ball. It's not necessarily just about the kids. somebody's got to pay for it, and somebody's got to take them to the tournaments. Somebody's got to supervise them, and it's going to be their parents. And as a parent, no matter how much you love your kid, sitting in those stands week after week and eating the same hot dog week after week or making the same ham sandwich week after week gets old. And so Mitch and his crew and the crew here at East Cobb have done a great job of taking care of that, as we see by the snowmobile that just pulled up. We have snow cone extravaganza. So Bryce Fisher now, with the bases empty and still nobody out, as Caden Sheedy looks to right the ship. The righty's first offering inside curveball that misses for ball one. All the way in the grass is Conacher Sands at first base. That fastball's hammered again. Boy, they're hitting the baseball. This Florida team is seeing it, and they are hitting it. Brian Hunter takes a shot from center field. He's got a pretty good arm, too. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight hits here for the Florida team. Brings up Cameron Diaz, who has a perfect day himself. He is homered and singled and scored twice. Good move out of Sheedy. Fastball to Diaz, inside corner. What if they're going to bring Benson back out here to center field? It's a good move. That's as good of a right-handed move as you're going to see, and he slings it over there too. He's not lollipopping it. He's trying to get you out. The wind has been steady out of left field, and home runs have been leaving out of all fields. We've had 4 of them so far in this one. This one fought off down the right side and out of play. Alejandro Murillo gave chase, but unable to get there. So Sheedy comes in, Fisher singles, and now Diaz looking to continue his perfect day. He has singled and homered. It's a good breaking pitch there, and Diaz does a good job of fighting that one off. Travis Welker lets everybody know exactly what's going on. He's that guy. I was wondering who that guy was. Travis Welker is going to be that guy. That guy who always knows what's happening, always knows what's going on, and wants you to know exactly what he knows. Throwing back behind the runner is Brooks Lee. You know, they speak highly of Welker. And one of the things that they say about him is that he's got an arm better than kids twice his size, but he just makes those ridiculously incredible plays seem easy. And part of the reason is because of what we just saw down here with him talking to everybody and talking about the situation. His head's in the game at all times. Big, nasty curveball in the dirt. You're going to have to throw him out. Or not, because first base was covered, actually. So strike 3 gets a strikeout in the first out. And they'll retire Diaz for the first out of the inning. And the carousel has started out here. And they will eventually... Did I miss an out somewhere at some point? Yeah, I did. Kramer flied out earlier. Either way, 3 outs now as Bryce Fisher ended up in the merry-go-round after his single. And so Justin Wallace will start us off next inning. 8-4 the score as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. 8-4, we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Ethan Cloyd will do what leadoff men do and lead off his half of the fourth. Benson and Knightley to follow. Curveball misses high and inside. Chase Latchford stays out there, and he enjoys an 8-4 lead right now. He's going to take one, chop it. Oh, and just off the lip of the grass, and they're still going to get him. Nice play, Kyle Kramer. Colton Olason came over. Looked like he was going to make a dive and stab on it, and it probably worked out better because if he comes up with it there, he's going to have a tough throw getting to his feet and getting it over to Diaz. Instead, it hops over his glove off the lip of the grass. Kramer picks it up for the old 9-3 in the first out of the inning. It's a nice throw from right field to get the speedy leadoff guy with the old 9-3. From the left side now, Cooper Benson. Benson, who's probably frustrated, hacks at the first one. This time Olason's got it. And very quickly, Chase Latchford has 2 outs. That'll bring up Knightley. Knightley is grounded to third and grounded to short. No, I'm sorry. Singled. And was retired on that line out to Lipscomb. Somebody just beat on one behind me, didn't they? Nothing better than the sound of baseball hitting wood. Curveball misses inside. The smell of bacon frying or ribs smoking and the sound of a wood bat hitting a baseball. And Twins. Fastball fought off. Turning fourth, rings in your loins. So, Cole Knightley. I'm telling you folks, the breeze just continues to pick up here. Every half inning it gets a little bit stronger, blowing out of left field. Not that these kids need any help from the wind. How'd he hit that ball? That one was going to hit him in the small of the back, and he drove it off. Drove it off the third base dugout. Curveball grounded. Up with it is Lipscomb. He'll throw it over. In with it, Diaz. 3 up, 3 down, and they get to hit again. Fifth inning coming your way. 8-4, Florida leads. And here we go. Let's see if we've got the same gentleman out there on the mound as we go to the top of the fifth inning. Justin Wallace will lead it off for the Bullets. Is Sheedy still out there, number 5? All right. Now, I'm so curious as to whether it's Benson or Lee behind the dish. Coming off the field is 15. That's Knightley. Knightley was in left field. The double deuce is Murillo. He goes to left field. So Murillo's going to go this way. Knightley comes out. See if we can figure out who's in right field. First pitch from Sheedy is a strike. Curveball misses outside. Isaac Thomas is going to go to right field. We saw him earlier. He scored a run. So now we've got all that sorted out. Not really sure who's behind the plate, but Brooks Lee's been having a great day, so they probably kept him in. That'll ruin a day as Justin Wallace gets plunked, and he's not too happy about it. He'll get an escort down to first base. A runner at first as Matt Allen tries to lead to Florida's 8-4 lead. Little fist pound from the home plate umpire. Nobody knows what it feels like to get hit with a baseball more than a home plate umpire does. And we're ready to roll. Double play depth on the infield. Straight away and deep in the outfield. And he hit him and then made him get dirty. Matt Allen has grounded out and singled. Runner going, drilled up the middle. They still might have a play at second. It was close, but not quite in time. As let's see if I can figure out. Brian Hunter, my field chart's getting kind of crazy. Hunter up with it almost throws him out at second, but runners at first and second now. For Chase Latchford. Latchford has singled and lined out. He's hit the ball hard twice. And two quick singles here has runners on first and second with nobody out. Stretching is Sheedy. Average lead at second. And this was drilled high and deep. Back off the wall and not far enough, but it should be enough to score a run. Here comes the throw, and they're going to cut it off and hold it. So just missing a 3-run homer as Chase Latchford hits about halfway up the wall out there in left field over Alejandro Murillo's head. Murillo played it well off the wall and got it in time to hold the runners at first and second, but Justin Wallace will score from first base and make it 9-4. Sorry, score from second base. That's 3 straight singles. Who's that coming on a run? Number 7. It's going to be Diaz. So 9-4 here. We are top 5. Justice Thompson has singled twice and stolen 19 bases and scored, and they almost hit him. This Florida team can hit the baseball. Good curveball. Good curveball. 1-1. Diaz at first for Latchford. Matt Allen stands at second. Somebody missed a sign, and it worked out okay for the Florida team because Diaz was going. And Matt Allen hadn't moved off a second. So one of the two of them missed the sign. With the runner squaring around the bunt, I'm going to guess it was Allen at second. So 1-2 here. Three straight singles have resulted in a run and no outs. Change up in the dirt. Runner goes. Throw down, not in time. That's just a good job out of Matt Allen. Just an extension of his lead. As soon as the ball got in the dirt, Allen took off. And puts runners at first and third for Thompson. That's an interesting angle for that ball. A ball just came That's an interesting angle. I guess it was a cue ball shot from a left-handed batter on that 17-year-old field behind us. Came over our head and flew all the way to the warning track on the left field line of this field. That's an interesting angle that makes me want to put up an umbrella so I don't get pegged in the ear. Good curveball as the runner goes, and in time. That was such a good pitch. Gets Thompson looking. That's a nasty pitch. Put Diaz at second with a stolen base. But Sheedy just freezes Justice Thompson and gets the first out. So Kyle Kramer, who has singled and grounded into a fielder's choice. No, he lined to the shortstop. I can't read my own handwriting. He'll go back in there, but not as successful this time. Just froze him with the big hook. There's a good fastball. It takes the count to 1-1. 9-4, Florida leads California. Florida batting now with one in already this inning, one out, and runners at second and third trying to add to their lead. There's that curveball again, and Sheedy's found it. 1-2. Up and down the lineup, the Bullets hit. They've hit them over the wall and off the wall consistently for 5 innings. Sheedy loses that one high. It comes off well for him off the backstop. And Brooks Lee gets on it in a hurry and holds Matt Allen at third base. Goodness gracious, they are hitting bullets behind us and at us. 2-2 count. Fastball fought off. 19 of the top 25 teams in the country, 11U, are at this tournament. These teams are 6 and 9 respectively. The Bullets, who lead right now, are number 6 in the country. And the team from California, the Titans, are number 9. This is a winner's bracket game, so the loser will get to play again and still has a chance at winning the tournament. That one's going to get away, but it's going to check up back there. And Diaz was standing on third when he realized Matt Allen wasn't going nowhere, but ball 4 sends Kramer down to first. And the bases are now loaded as we go to the top of the order, and Colton Olason. Olason's had a big day. He singled and scored in the first, and then last inning, he hit one that still hadn't landed. Big fly to left field for a 2-run job that started a big rally. Game was tied at the time at a 4-run inning on 2 2-run homers. And now it's 9-4. Here he has a chance to do some real damage with 1 out and the bases loaded and the fastball right down Peachtree for strike 1. Olason's also had a good day in the field playing second. So you got a second baseman with a really good glove who can hit for average or power and can run, and I guess that missed. 1-1. Some sort of off-speed pitch that looked like it might have caught the outside corner, but didn't. Fastball grounded at the middle, double play opportunity. Going to take it himself is Lawrence, and unable to handle it is Sands. That's going to start the Ferris wheel. 2 runs are going to come in to score as they only get 1 out. And once again, Colton Olason has another RBI. We'll give him 1 RBI and 1 run will score on the throwing error. He's going to advance to second on the throw. Matt Allen's going to score. Lasford's going to score, and Kramer's going to be retired at second base for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs with 1 on, 2 in. It's 11-4. Fastball popped up. Coming over to handle it themselves is Sands, and that'll take care of Burgess. But they get 4 more runs here. All right, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. And take it to 12-4 as we go to bottom of the 5th. Bullets need a shutdown inning here out of Chase Lasford, who just had really 1 trouble inning, and that was the first. He has settled down since, gave up 1 run and nothing else. And if they can get 3 up, 3 out here, they'll be done. But they're not going to. Looks like a high fly ball, deep left field and off the wall. Pulling up at first base and back in time, it's Brooks Lee. But I thought Brooks Lee had put a charge into one there. He hits it off the top of the wall. Played nicely in right field by Kramer and holds him to a single. I thought when that came off the bat, that was out of here. Brooks Lee ties the record for the world's longest single. And he has now had a perfect game. That's 3 singles for Brooks Lee, and both times he's reached, he's scored. And they need him to score here if they want to play another inning. We're in the 5th inning. They're down by 8, and it's an 8-run rule situation. 12-4 is the score. So that Brooks Lee run is an extremely important run. Latchford, this is his 5th inning, has been great all day. Fastball inside, that's going to get away. That's going to move Lee into scoring position. The Bullets have done a lot of damage today with the long ball. Line drive that's going to get in the gap and to the wall. Brooks Lee getting around third. He should score easily. We'll get to play another inning. All right. So RBI single for Gavin Hamovitz. It's his 2nd hit of the day. And his first RBI, and it's a very important RBI as it will extend this baseball game. Conacher Sands now, who has singled and walked. And he's going to rip one down the third base line. It looked like he hit the bag, and it did. Coming over to scoop it up is Burgess to hold him to a single. And the bats are coming alive now for this California squad. That'll bring up Alejandro Murillo. Murillo has grounded into a fielder's choice and singled. He also has an RBI. He's pulled double duty today in both right and left fields. He swings through a fastball there. Chase Latchford has got in trouble before in this game. He had the bases loaded with nobody out and got out of a jam without anybody scoring. See if he can work his way out of this one. 1 run's already in. 12-5 is the score. Curveball driven deep and out of play. The wind is starting to shift in our face, it looks like. It's blowing out of left center now instead of dead left field. And I would like to say that the Bullets have been riding that wind all day long, but they haven't. The 3 homers they hit have been no doubters. Non-win assisted. There's one down the line. Is going to get into the corner, maybe for extra bases. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold him up at third base and give Alejandro Murillo an RBI double and make it 12-6, Florida. Conacher Sands advances to third base. Murillo at second. You don't see a lot of doubles at this age group because of the size of the field. You've got to really hit it in a specific spot, and that's one of the spots down in the corner. And that may be the end of Chase Latchford's day, who's pitched a great game. It is. They're gonna relieve him, and they're gonna put in Lipscomb. Lipscomb's gonna pitch. Olason's gonna go to short. Latchford may go to second. While they get this all sorted out, we'll take a quick break right here from the Travel Ball National Championship, presented by TravelBallSelect.com. So it's going to be LaVictor Lipscomb, who's had some sort of day. 2 big flies on the day for Lipscomb. And now he looks to shut down this California squad with nobody out, 1 run in and 2 runners on. Fastball, chop, shortstop. They'll give him an automatic play, and it's going to be a tag and an out. So Olason's going to get it to Wallace for the ever so rare 6-5 put out. Conacher Sands is going to come in to score, give Hunter Bryan an RBI on the fielder's choice. And there's 1 out. That'll bring up Travis Welker. Welker has singled and flied out to center. (12-7) is the score. Lipscomb stretches. Fastball grounded. Gloved. He'll go to short with it. Olason takes it, sure hands it, and a good slide by Hunter Bryan breaks up the double play. But he gets retired and put Travis Welker at first on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Brandon Lawrence with 2 outs and a runner at first. So nice job. Lipscomb comes in and gets 2 quick ground balls and 2 quick outs. It looks like he can get out of this jam. First offering in the dirt, unable to be handled by Allen. That will send Travis Welker to second base. Brandon Lawrence has singled, and I mean, he's really done what it takes with the bat to single twice, but he got threw out at first by the right fielder on a very sharply hit ball. He hits another one sharply. That one's going to come to center field. Justice Thompson is going to take a shot at the plate, and nobody saw it coming. That's going to get through, and all it does is allow Lawrence to move up to second base on the throw. Put Welker at third base, and Brandon Lawrence is an outstanding number 10 hitter. It's what I would call 3 singles. It's just that the one time he got thrown out by a very good play by Kramer and Wright. I take this back to the top of the lineup and Ethan Cloyd. Cloyd today has singled and scored, grounded out, and he also fell victim to the old 9-3. That's one of the best curveballs you'll ever see. He started that thing off at the Chick-fil-A tent over there, and it fell right into the catcher's mitt, right in the heart of the plate. 0-1 on Cloyd. That was drilled up and over the head of Justice in center field. He's going to get up and get in with it quickly, but not before 2 runs coming to score. Ethan Cloyd with a 2 RBI, 2-out single to put his team within 3. It's 12-9 all of a sudden, folks. That'll bring up Benson. Benson has walked, scored, and grounded out to the second baseman twice. And he takes ball 1 to start. So Welker and Lawrence have scored. Lee, Hamovitz, and Sands have scored all in this inning. They've played at 5. Fastball fouled up and out of play, evens it up 1-1. I've almost used an entire lead from my mechanical pencil this one game. These boys have been making me scribble. 21 runs so far. There's a lot of coloring in. Changeup misses outside. It's 2-1. So Lipscomb come in and was doing good work. 2 ground ball outs in a hurry. And he's since given up 2 runs. And now he's got to deal with the heart of the lineup. And this one's driven high and deep and foul. Got him out in front of that one. Cooper Benson hit that ball as hard as he could hit it. And just hit it behind him. Two-two now. Grounded up the middle off the glove of Lipscomb. Fielded cleanly by Latchford for the 3rd out of the inning, but California does some work here, and they get this into a very interesting ball game. 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 left on, 1 error. We go to the top half of the 6th inning, 12-9, Florida leads. So while I was paying so much attention to the run rule, I did not pay attention to the time. That's going to wrap it up. That'll do it. So California makes a late charge, but they are unable to close it out. Florida will advance in the winner's bracket, and California will go down in the loser's bracket, but they'll have another chance still. Here at Travel Ball National Championships, we're looking for the best team, so you got to lose more than 1 to get eliminated. 12-9, your final. Florida over California. For Sherry Lynn Five-Ash, Amy Walker, and Jason Reeves, thanks for hanging out with us so much. My name is Casey Bass. We will be right back with another great game. So keep it right here at TravelBallSelect.com.